Welcome in, you guys. So this is my lovely home. Welcome to the abode. I have been getting a lot of requests from you guys to do a little yoga flow with you. So I figured, what is a better time to start than now, right? Every time I preach something, we've got a little kitty outside. Can you see? You see the kitty? Hi, baby kitty. Okay, sorry. I'm like a squirrel. You see it? That's my neighbor's cat. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to do some sound healing. So if that bugs you, like if auditory stuff affects you at all, then just turn the volume down for the next minute, because I'm going to start with some sound healing, and then turn your volume back up because I'm going to pull a card for us, a little goddess card, and then we'll get into the flow. So all you need is your body, a nice comfortable place within your house. I have this beautiful circular yoga mat, but any yoga mat will do. Or you can just do it on your floor, on a rug, anywhere that's not going to be super hard on your knees. All right, let's get going, guys. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. 2 more of those for me. Inhale. Exhale, release everything that's been bothering you. 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, let all of your worries just fade away. Continue that breathing. Another deep breath in. And exhale, letting it go. And 1 final deep breath in. And a big release. Let's continue that energy. Just close your eyes and we're going to set an intention here. So your intention could be a single word, it could be a sentence, anything that you are ready to let go of and release energetically, or maybe something that you're trying to call in and invite into your life in this current present moment. Connecting to the breath, connecting to your heartbeat, to these vibrations of sound. Good. And after that intention is set, let's take our hands into a prayer position at heart center. Just bring the attention and focus into your body, into your mental state, finding this clarity and connecting with your spiritual self. On the inhale, we're going to raise those arms all the way up, opening the palms, inviting all of that beautiful energy in and down to surround the body all the way back to earth. Good. And then hands come back in towards the knees. So up to you. I always say, if you need to harness the energy, like you are feeling like you have a lot of good energy, but you just need to contain it, right? And you need to harness that energy and keep drawing it inward. I like to close the palms down, so that kind of sets me in, it locks that energy in, and then I can just allow it to vibrate and to flow within the body. If you're feeling a little depleted on energy, then I rotate the palms up, and that's just inviting all of the energy to come in through these power sources. And again, they vibrate and flow throughout the body. So you determine whatever kind of energetic state you're in, and I shuffle the cards for us. So ask your questions. What is it that you need assistance with in life? What kind of guidance are you seeking? What kind of advice? Ooh, we had a few cards rotate up. that you need from the universe. Okay, so very first card that rotated and flipped up for us is Mother Mary. So this is my goddess deck. It's all of the different goddesses throughout every single religion and faith. So I absolutely love this deck. It says expect a miracle. So if that's what you're calling in, then it's coming towards you. Expect a miracle. Mother Mary has a message for you, and it is to have faith that your prayers have been heard and that they are being answered. So, absolutely beautiful energy. And then we had Kali. So, yes, this is like huge energetic blessing coming in. So, she's from the Hindu religion, and Kali is all about endings and beginnings. So, she is a powerhouse of an energetic source, and she is like a big storm. She has to roll through, create a little bit of chaos and destruction, but it's all for a grand purpose in order for these new beginnings to happen. So her message is endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. We had a few goddesses come up for you guys. Okay, let's get this going. We had 5 goddesses in total. Nemotona, a sacred space. Nemotona. Ooh, I'm not familiar with her, but there is a Celtic cross on here, so I'm assuming that she is a Celt, maybe from an Irish descent. Her message to you is to create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine, which I think is exactly what I decided to do here with you guys today. So we're creating this sacred space. Aphrodite, we're calling in love. I love this. Her inner goddess is reminding you to awaken the goddess within you through dance, through self-care, and appreciating your divinity, which again, that's exactly what we're about to do with this movement. And then Mat, fairness. Ooh, beautiful. So we have an Egyptian goddess here. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So I truly believe that all of your prayers have been answered. So for Mother Mary, expect a miracle because it's coming in. We just need to release the old stuff that's been weighing you down in order for new beautiful beginnings to be able to enter through this beautiful sacred space that we are creating in order to invoke that inner goddess through dance and self-care and appreciating yourself. And then recognizing that the universe and all of the goddesses are within us and that there is always going to be justice at the end of the day, right? Karma does her thing, and this situation will have a fair and just ruling. So, thank you, beautiful goddesses, for starting off our amazing session. Let's get going. Okay. So we're just going to start in the seated position. If you've had one leg cross over the other, let's switch it out just so that one foot doesn't go numb. It might feel a little awkward if we never sit in this particular cross-leg position, but it's okay. We're going to start warming up the body. So if the palms are rotated up, let's flip it down, grabbing a hold of the knees. And on the deep inhale, we're going to send the chest and the heart forward, chin up. And then on the exhale, we're going to reverse that rounding and curling chin and chest down as we pull the shoulders and spine backwards. Hello, Cyrus. He's coming to visit. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, chin and chest, pulling the heart through, reaching up. And then exhale, rounding and curling, pulling back, shoulders and spine. One more. Make it deep. Make it count. Inhale all the way up. Really lengthening through each vertebrae. Opening the heart and the throat chakra. And then exhale, rounding the spine back. Good, and then back to center. We're going to start to find a circular motion in the hips and the shoulders. The torso is just following those arms as the shoulders make that motion. We're stirring up the energies. You might feel like the sit bones come off the floor. Just find the regrounding as you circle around for the second and third time. And then we're going to pause and reverse that direction, stirring the energies in the opposite way. Really getting into the spine here. Feels so good to lengthen out through the side bodies. You're feeling this in the obliques, in the shoulders, and the back muscles. Okay. Let's take a nice deep inhale. We're going to rotate the palms up. On the inhale, they reach. And on the exhale, we're going to twist to the right side. Left hand comes down to the right knee. Right hand comes all the way down to land behind the spine. Take another deep breath in, lengthening through the spine and the crown of the head. And then exhale, we're going to start to twist, twist, twist all the way back. See how far you can stretch that eye gaze. And then just the chin. Let's counter this twist, looking over the front shoulder. Beautiful. And then we're going to bow to the opposite side. So palms release. We take them to the earth on the left. Exhale, bowing down. Maybe the right ear or head can touch the floor, connecting to earth. And then inhale, pressing ourselves back up. Back to center. Palms flip. Inhale, we reach them up. Exhale, we twist to the left. Right palm down to the left knee. Left hand down behind the spine. Find length, reaching through the crown of the head, and exhale, twist, looking all the way back. Continue the breath here. It's always moving at your own pace. Don't wait for me to tell you to inhale or exhale. On your next exhale, let's twist, looking over that right shoulder. Good, and then we bow to the opposite side. Palms come over to the right. I bow down. The sit bone might lift, that's okay. And then if you can, take the head towards the ground, honoring the earth. And we press ourselves back up. Good. Rolling through the shoulders, left, right, maybe together. And then through the wrists, both directions. You're going to interlace through those hands and then press the palms forward. Nice stretch for the fingers. On the inhale, they reach all the way up. Really lengthen through the heart and chest. So then on the exhale, we're going to tilt over to the right side. So like a little teacup. Let's take this deeper. So top palm stays, right hand's going to reach down to the earth. Elbow can be bent or straight, up to you and your mobility. If you want to take it deeper, we can bend to lower the elbow or forearm and continue reaching overhead. And then I like to play with the wrist movement. So opening and closing through that shoulder, elbow, and wrist. And inhale back up, back to center. Palms reach away. Inhale, they lift. Good. Let's flip the palms all the way up. Nice big stretch. Exhale, take the tilt to the left side. Left palm comes down. Again, you can stay right here. Elbow can be straight or start to bend for a deeper stretch in the side body. And then we're going to play with that wrist and shoulder rotation. Up and down, the elbow and shoulder is going to feel some movement here. And back up to center. Palms touch. One last time, they flip and reach. Let's pull them all the way back behind the ears. We're going to bend through the elbows to support the back of the head. Try to lift, opening the heart space again. And then exhale, we're going to round and curl, elbows tighten in towards the body. And we fold in towards ourselves. Inhale, reaching back up 2 more times. Opening the heart, let the tailbone start to reach up too. So it's a nice rounded spine. Think like a cat. Then exhale, round and curl, tailbone in, chin and chest in. And then inhale one more time, tail back and out, chin and chest lift. And last one, exhale, find that round and curl. Good, back up to neutral, release. Again, you can wiggle out the shoulders, roll the fingers and the wrist. Let's come forward onto our hands and our knees. So we're just going to center those knees directly under the hips. I'm going to rotate to the side so we can see the proper position. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. And then move the hips side to side. You might experience a pop and a crack here. That's normal. And then a back and forward motion. So from that child's pose to upward facing. Back and forth. It's okay if the knees or the feet splay open a little wider. Start to move through the spine. Maybe you want to undulate the spine. So that just means we're rolling through the motion rather than it being so rigid like a forward and back. We're going to roll through it. So think like a snake. And the entire spine is connected. So as you roll through, allow the chin and the chest to make the last motion on the upward. And then exhale, pushing back as the head lowers down. One more motion like this. We're going to hold the upward facing. So that means chin and chest are up, hips are down. And breathe here. Fingers should be spread wide and pinch the shoulders back, right? They belong to the spine. Really press away from the floor. And then we're going to twist looking left. Inhale, looking forward and up. Exhale, twisting right. Inhale, looking forward and up. And exhale, hips pressing back. Relax in this child's pose. Take a moment here. Come back to your breath. Come back towards that intention that you had set at the beginning of practice. Connecting to earth, to your body. Feeling grateful for this movement. And then back up to all fours. So just a couple more. We're going to slide that right knee towards your right wrist. So it's not a pigeon pose here if you are familiar with yoga. We're not going to move that heel towards the opposite wrist. We're going to keep the heel and the knee in alignment, and we're going to slide the back leg back. So a nice stretch for our hip flexor here. Good. Find breath here. If you want a little bit more, the hands can walk closer to the body and the chin and the chest can lift up. You're going to feel this more on the lumbar spine. Beautiful. And then pressing away, sliding the knee back. We're just going to switch. So left knee slides towards that wrist. Right leg slides back, feeling it in the hip flexor. If you want more, hands walk closer to the body, chin and chest reach up. We're breathing. Good. And then back, weight into the hands, sliding it back to center. Shake out those hips again one more time, side to side. Good. A little bit for the wrist. We're going to rotate the wrist backwards all the way. If this is difficult, do one hand at a time. So fingers face the kneecap, and then you can shift the weight front to back. It's all right if the wrist peels off the floor for a few. And if you're doing one at a time, give each palm an equal amount of attention. If you want to go for them together, by all means. And then toes can even tuck if you want to sit all the way back here. And a nice toe stretch and wrist stretch at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Peel them off one at a time. Like you're throwing some dice. Relax the wrist. Roll it out every direction. And then same for the opposite. Roll the dice. Wiggle it, roll it, shake it. Good. Now we can come into that pigeon. So right knee is going to slide forward towards that wrist again. And we want to move that foot forward towards the opposite wrist and then slide that back leg so the hips fall towards the floor. So we might not get as close to the floor as I am, and that's okay. We're just going to hang out here. You have two options if you want more for the lumbar spine. Chest stays up. If you want more for the hip flexors and the quads, we're going to lower it down onto the forearms. You're hanging out here. You're relaxing. If you need to shake out some of that tension in the hips, then you can move them side to side. You can even create a nice little pillow for yourself with your hands. Or take it as low as you want to go. You've got one more deep breath here. And exhale, press yourself back up. And slide it back to center. Shake out those hips if you need to. We got one more side. You're almost there. So left knee slides up towards the wrist. Foot comes forward towards the opposite. We slide that back leg and hip down. Shake it out if you need to. And then once you find that comfortable position, try to get those hips to square off. They're equal. And again, up to you if you stay up with the hands and the chest pressing off the body or the floor for that lumbar spine, or if you want to deepen into the hip flexor stretch, we take it down to the hands, forearms, or even all the way to the earth. You got a couple of breaths here, so just take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. One more. And exhale, let it go. Good. All that tension in the body is starting to fade away. All right, sliding it back. We're going to drop the hips to the right. We're going to rotate to face backwards now. I like to pull the glutes back and really make sure that we're seated on the sit bones. Point and flex through the feet. Circle out through the ankles. Nice big reach up on the inhale. Then exhale, take a forward fold down. We're going to roll through this spine, so rolling it up. Inhale, reach again. And exhale, forward fold. Rolling it up nice and slow. On the inhale, we reach. Exhale, forward fold. And one more time, roll it up. Final one right from here. No reach. We're just going to try to lengthen through that spine. And exhale, try to maintain a flat back as we fold forward, hinging at the waist. How far can you go? Good. If you need to pulse it out here, I know it's tight for the hamstrings. Find any little movements you can, or if you're ready to surrender and relax, you hang heavy with the weight forward. Toes can be pointed or flexed. If you can reach them, you're welcome to pull back and forth. Good. And then nice and slow, bringing it back up. You're almost there, guys. We're going to bend the knees and go a little wide. Think about creating a diamond here. So I want the soles of the feet to come together to touch. Don't pull it super close just yet. We want a wide diamond. And you can butterfly it out. And then on the exhale, we're going to forward fold again, sliding it down. This is a lot here for the IT band. So you're going to feel it more on the outside of the legs. And if it feels tight or stuck, you can roll side to side, a little rock and roll action. And you might feel that IT band shift along the muscles, the bones. And that's okay. We're just finding some movement inside the body. Maybe you can get the head to touch the feet. Nice last deep breath in. And exhale, melt into the pose. And then we're going to round it back up. All right, now this one you can pull it all the way in, butterfly it out. One last twist here. Right hand comes behind the back, left hand to the opposite knee. Press away as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale, look back. And then we're going to switch sides. Left hand behind the back, right hand to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, looking back. And back to center on the exhale. Give me a forward fold. You're pressing those thighs and knees down. Up to you if you want to maintain a flat spine here or a rounding and curling motion. Maybe a little bit of both. And back to center. Let's lengthen through those legs all the way. Point and flex. Hands flat down, fingers face away from the torso. We're going to scooch the butt forward until the knees come into the bent position. And then I can get a little deeper into the shoulders by bending those elbows. If this feels good, I can go deeper by sending the hips forward and out in front. Again, elbows can be bent or straight. And then we're going to do it one more time. So pull the hips back where they came from, flipping the palms reverse. And again, this might feel good. You can rock back and forth from here, or hips can move forward, deeper for the shoulders. You can always bend or straighten. Good. Hips come back to center. Give yourself a hug. We're going to try to find a hovering position. Maybe you can extend those legs all the way up. Knees can be bent or straight. Nice and slow. We're going to lower down inch by inch in control until you're all the way grounding back to earth. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, release. Palms fall out to either side. They're facing up. Feet splay open. Come back to that intention that you had set as you're receiving all of this energy into the body, feeling nice and loose. We're going to take one hand over the belly, the other hand over the heart, connecting back to that life force that's within all of us. Your breath, your heartbeat, this physical body, feeling gratitude for this life, for this movement practice, and for taking just 20 minutes to yourself to find some healing. As we say in yoga, the light within me honors, sees, respects, and loves the light within you. Namaste, guys. Take your time getting back up. I like to roll it off to the side. It represents a fetal position. So you are being reborn into this beautiful body. Take another bow to yourself. Namaste, you guys. Love you. I'll see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed.